If you're anything like me and the rest of everyone I know, you've been watching Severance. And if you're anything like me and a bit of a nerd, you may have noticed something interesting in that opening shot. A little something on this speaker that we like to call layer lines. That's right, this little guy was 3D printed, and you can see where they used ironing. It's kind of interesting that they chose to print this with the face up rather than face down. But being 3D printed, I decided, well, I can 3D print my own. Of course, one of the first search results you'll find on MakerWorld is this amazing model already pre-made by Bas van der Ploeg. It uses a Logitech C270 as a camera, which is pretty inexpensive and pretty cool. I started printing the two pieces. The speaker in the show is a really deep navy blue. For this I went with bamboo matte dark blue and found it to be a pretty good match. This prints a few layers of blue, then switches to the black to add a bit of depth to the speaker. The black layer was Sunlu PLA+. It's hard to say if the speaker casing is white or an off-white color due to the lighting in the show. Because I didn't have a good bone white color, I just decided to use regular Sunlu PLA+ white for the outer shell. Overall, this printed beautifully, and it fits together really well. You can use magnets to hold this together, but I think I'll be gluing them together instead. This is one of Logitech's cheapest webcams, usually around $10 to $15 in your local electronics department. The faceplate is changeable for cool colors, but I think this Lumon inspired one will be the coolest of them all. 3 Phillips screws secure the front part of the housing. Inside is a pretty simple design, a camera assembly, microphone, and 2 small microcontrollers among some other components. 2 more Phillips screws secure the board to the main housing. Things are still wired in. The small connector can be released easily with a set of tweezers. This is a great opportunity to break out my little pine sill. I really like this thing, and there are some fun 3D printable accessories available for it, like this case. This isn't just a wire. Instead, they've crimped a wire onto a post and soldered that through. This is a surprisingly nice touch, and it shows that these were built with longevity in mind. A moon-shaped retaining clip keeps the wiring held fast to the plastic shell. Once this is removed, the wiring can be pulled through the backside. I'll be removing this microphone cover. It protrudes too far to fit in the faceplate of our board speaker, and it isn't really all that necessary. I also won't be installing a speaker into this unit because
the board won't be contributing to this meeting vocally.
Installation is pretty straightforward. The hole in the back is just large enough to feed the wires through, but not the USB connector. The grounding lug can be soldered back through the hole. The main connector can also be pushed back into place on the other side. This clever design reuses the board screws from the webcam to fit into this printed bracket. It's a snug but well-designed fit. I also designed and printed this little strain relief plug for the wire. It will make it look a little bit more flush with the case. Now it was time for every DIY enthusiast's favorite tool, the hot glue gun. Instead of coming up with some clever design to latch the strain relief to the housing, I'll just coat it in hot glue. This will also keep the wire from pulling out. I've put these 2 sandbags in to add weight to the speaker. This brings it to just under 1 pound in weight. After all, this needs to hurt when thrown across a conference table at your department manager. I'll fill the 4 corner holes with some glue. I messed this up off camera, so this is actually round 2. Also burned my finger a little bit, but I'm alright. Finally, I'll press the faceplate to the housing and let the glue cool. As a finishing touch, I printed this little Lumon tag uploaded by CMAR. Overall, this was a really fun little project, a super easy print, and if you like collecting things from your favorite works of fiction, I can't think of a better tool to have than a 3D printer. Big thank you to my subscribers, patrons, the recent super thanks from some of my videos.
Oh, and thank you to the board as well.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.